Yes, use that horrible IMAX poster. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, movie fans. This is for movie fans, live news for movie fans. Get that, YouTube? That's who this is for, because we're going to talk about all the big trending movie news headlines of the day, including that new Pinocchio trailer from Guillermo del Toro, which was really awesome, by the way. Indiana Jones is going to be on a TV series. Ballerina spinoff with Wick is in the works with Ana de Armas. But it's Wakanda Forever week, guys, and we're going to start off by talking about the early buzz for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Do you guys got your tickets? I got mine. I'm seeing mine tomorrow, 4:20, guys. 4:20, because it's the only one that's not playing in 3D. The rest of the other ones are playing in 3D for some reason. And I figured, well, I want to see this. I want to see it. I don't want to be putting on some shades. But that's just my minor gripes. I know lots of people out there don't mind oh my God. I was supposed to have this all set up. I know a lot of people don't mind the 3D stuff. But Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, advanced ticket sales past 45 million. So yeah, it's going to make 100 million. It's going to make 100 million, guys. Unbelievable. No, that's not unbelievable. It's actually good. It's good that Wakanda Forever is going to make over 100 million because I like the trailers for this. And yeah, I want to know what people are saying. I want to know what people are saying because I'm a movie fan. And I want to know what the early buzz is, because if the tickets are there, that means tomorrow, guys, you got to go out and get your tickets if you want to get in there and see these shows. Let's go over to the tomato meter and take a look at what people are saying. 93% there. As of now, 12 o'clock on Wednesday. So it opens wide in just under, 26, 27 hours. Because I think the first showings of that here are like around 3 o'clock. But as I said, those are in 3D. And I'm not going to bother with that. I'll wait an hour and watch it in its normal way that it's supposed to be seen. But let's take some snapshot reviews here from a positive one. Perry Nemiroff, she's at the top. Great. Fantastic. I always trust her judgment. An immensely powerful story of forging forward, shuddering at times, but also beautifully cathartic, heartening, and very much earns that title. Okay, well, that's cool. Wakanda Forever. Yeah, you think it would. And you know what, guys? I was just thinking about this in the show notes this morning while I was, putting it all together. And I was thinking, but, there are people out there who do follow the news or who like these movies, but they still don't know yet because they don't pay attention to it like we do. They don't know that Chadwick Boseman has passed on. Like, there are people, there's going to be a big chunk of the audience that are going to be like that. So it may come to them as a surprise. Now, I think they probably would be filled in along the way, but yeah, from what I understand from a lot of these reviews that's what this movie is going to be addressing, the loss of somebody. So let's go and take a look at a few more. That's what people mean by cathartic, right? Let's just take somebody else that jumps out at me here. Vanity Fair, they're big, right? There's much to be admired here. A care for craft and detail on a higher plane than other Marvel fare. Okay. Still, some will no doubt miss the tight focus and energy of Black Panther. The sequel is more scattered, a vast expansion with a hole at its center. And that's a positive review? Huh. With a hole at its center, well, because you're missing Chadwick, right? And they didn't recast, so... Sorry, excuse me. We're going to have to figure out how that works. Seattle Times says, you watch it wondering about the movie that never got made. The story that never got finished. The life cut short too soon. And that's a positive review? This, guys, come on, talk about the story here. Oh, okay, Shawn Chandler. We know this. We know this channel. Despite being dealt with a terrible hand, Coogler manages to deliver a cohesive, emotional, and satisfying follow-up to the first film, which ends MCU Phase 4 on a high note. Okay, Wendy Lee Zaney's on here. Cool. Powerful tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Stellar and emotional performance by the cast. While the cast delivered, Boseman's absence was definitely felt. Enjoyed the addition of Namor and Riri Williams as the huge action sequences, as well as the huge action sequences. Okay, so at least there's some action in it. Well, of course there is. They're fighting Namor, but I don't think he's the bad guy. He's the misunderstood bad guy. He's doing it because he was misled or something like that. Guys, I'm still hyped for this. But the early buzz is good, 93%. You can't complain about that. The only thing that I would say is maybe the 2 hour and 41 runtime. But I've ragged on that for many, many videos, and you don't need to hear that from me every time you watch a video. What else do we have to talk about this? How much does Black Panther have to make to be a box office success? Box office success. There you go. Black Panther Wakanda Forever has expectations. That's going to make enough, guys. I think it's going to make $1 billion. I do. I think it will. Expectations will be another box office hit. So let's see what this article says here. Even if the sequel's budget was closer to $250 million, is that how much it was? But it's safe to assume that it costs at least $200 million to make, is what they were projecting was the budget. The marker for the sequel would cross only jumps to 500 and no, it's going to make more than 750 million. It is, unless people really don't like it. I don't see that happening though. This is going to be one of those movies where it's not going to be a lopsided tomato meter. It's going to be pretty much even. I expect it to be pretty much even there, around the 90s, high 80s is where I think it's going to land. Yeah, people are going to like this. 500 to 750 million, easy. Wakanda Forever will likely be a box office success. Yeah, no kidding, man. Will Black Panther 2's box office beat the first movie? No, it will not, because that made over $1 billion. 1.3? No, it's not. It's not, because you are missing Chadwick, and you didn't recast. So we know going into this one, they're passing the torch to a new Black Panther, whoever that may be. I thought it was going to be Shuri, but I'm starting to believe that it's going to be more than just one of them. It's going to be the Black Panther will be passed on to multiple people, and that's why it'll be called Wakanda Forever. Yeah, and we'll see if that'll resonate with people. I think it will. Yeah, they don't have to worry about it being a disappointment at the box office. They don't. No way. Wakanda Forever, it's definitely going to make its money back for sure. I guarantee that. In fact, if you wanted to put some money on it, that's what I would be telling you to put your money on. It's not going to bomb. It's going to make its money back by the end of next week for sure. Okay. Well, maybe not for sure. But it's going to make $200 million by the end of next week for sure. If the production budget is true with what they were saying. Let me just see if I can pull that up. Let's see if we can Wakanda Forever budget. Let's see what they say here. Budget to 200 and 250 million is what is being estimated at. That's a big budget. Really? 250 million for this. So even if it made $1 billion, you're saying that you only want to make, that's like 1/3 of it, right? Or after like marketing and stuff. No, 2/3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that. See, I don't know if this kind of investment's worth it anymore. That's the only thing that would give me pause. I didn't realize it was that much. Well, Black Adam was about that much too. I mean, wow. It's gonna be fine. Wakanda Forever is gonna be fine. No problems there. Chris Evans was just named sexiest man alive, and he's back in the headlines today. I guess Chris Evans admits he misses playing Captain America. Really? You don't say. Well, yeah, he's awesome as Captain America. But we know that Captain America 4 is not going to have him in it. It's going to be basically Anthony Mackie versus Thunderbolt Ross. But they can bring back him, right? They can bring him back in some, because now that they're dealing with the multiverse, they're challenging. Let's see what he says about suiting back up here. They're challenging, but the beauty is in the movies are great. You get out what you want. You get out what you put in. It's been a wonderful, very symbiotic relationship. So I've been thrilled to do it. I think when the movies end, you're very happy to have a break, but very quickly you miss it. I miss it now. But yeah, I'm very grateful and very happy to have been part of them. He says, because I felt like Endgame, it gave these two a really nice ending. It did. I don't know how they'll explain him being there, because Peggy went on to do other things, right? So it's kind of like, um, really, he went under the radar for all those years. So I think that there's other ways that you can bring him back to, right? And I don't think it would mess with what they're going to do with the new Captain America, because you could tell something back in their timeline. Have these two go on an adventure together. He won't be technically a Captain America because he won't be able to advertise it, right? I don't know. But it's possible. I still think we're going to see Steve Rogers again in the future. Whenever this Secret Wars things happens, or Kang Dynasty, I think something like that, they'll be able to work in a way for him to make a comeback, because that's what people want to see. They want to see, especially now that he's the sexiest man alive. You can't get higher than that, can you? Captain America, he's coming back. I'm sure that he is. Okay, guys. Where are we at? It's been kind of a weird show today. We had to do Cassian Andor early today. Here on the channel, we do full live watch-alongs for Star Wars Andor, and we did that this morning, and it was a really great episode, for sure. I recommend that you go over and check that full live watch-along that's up on the channel right now. And it's great Star Wars. I can't praise it enough. On the weekend, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines that drop during the week. And then, of course, you know that we do movie news headlines here. And yeah, that's a god-awful IMAX poster. That's just the color palette of it. I was going to use it for my thumbnail, but then I was like, it's yellow. People just don't, they don't like that, do they? Yeah, but go see it in IMAX if you can. I would, as long as it's not the 3D IMAX. Yeah, that's the way I feel about that. What's next? Ballerina is a spin-off from John Wick, and that's being with Ana de Armas, who's going to be the main character, but Ian McShane joins the cast. Ian McShane, of course, he was in the John Wick movies as well, right? So he'll be reprising his Wick role, because I'm sure she's going to go to the Continental. The actor will star opposite Ana de Armas. Maybe I'll just say it from that. Armas instead of Armas. Whatever. It rolls off the tongue better if I say Armas. Anyway, McShane will reprise his role as Winston, manager of the Continental. Okay. Yeah, because we saw that there was like that ballerina school in, what was it, John Wick? Was it 2? Or was it? Yeah, was it number 2 that they went through that, and they said these ballerinas are going to become like assassins, and I guess she's going to play an assassin. It's very very Black Widowish. But the other cool headline that came out of this was, well, because it is a John Wick spinoff, do you think maybe we could see a cameo from John Wick? You know, Keanu Reeves returning for the spinoff, Ballerina. That's cool. Franchise star Keanu Reeves reportedly returning as John Wick. Now, I'm expecting he's just going to be like maybe a small cameo. Maybe we'll see him in the lobby or something, and he'll kind of like look at her, go like that, and just go on about his business. I don't think he'll have anything to do with the plot for Ballerina. But why not? That's cool. I like Keanu Reeves as John Wick. And Chapter 4 is coming out next year, so I'm looking forward to that one too. Because I was one of the few people that actually liked Parabellum. It's now been revealed that Collider Keanu Reeves is returning to John Wick spin-off Ballerina. And of course, they worked together on Knock Knock, that horrible Eli Roth movie. If you ever saw that movie, I didn't like it. Everything we know about John Wick's Ballerina spin-off movie. The story of John Wick's spin-off. Okay, she goes on a revenge mission to kill people responsible for killing her family. Well, you can't get any more basic than that. And that's what John Wick's all about, getting redemption, revenge on people who did him wrong. So that would only stand reason that there's a spin-off with the Ballerina character that does that. I'm positive that Anna de Armas can fill that out fairly well. I don't think they've got a release date. I'm expecting maybe if they're shooting it now, maybe. Well, John Wick is slated for March 24th. Maybe late next year, if not early 2024, is when this Ballerina would come out. And we know that there's going to be a part 5 for John Wick. And I don't know if that's going to wrap that series up or not, or they could continue making them if as long as they make money, right, guys? John Wick spinoff. Fascinating. Just about an hour ago today, guys, and that's why this show is a little bit late, or a little bit rushed, it feels. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio trailer 2 just dropped, and it's phenomenal. It's probably one of the most beautiful trailers for a movie that I've seen this year. And you know what? Okay. Avatar, The Way of Water, is going to come out in theaters, and it's going to make money. It's going to make a lot of money. And they just dropped a trailer, and people watching it was kind of like meh. But you watch the second trailer, and I said this about the Avatar trailer. It doesn't have that wow factor that makes you go whoa. But this Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio trailer, now that we see more of it, it definitely has more of that. Of that flavor. It comes out December 9th. It's going to be in select theaters November. I have my trailer reaction published. I just got to make a thumbnail for it. So that'll be up on the channel later on today. But you can tell, like, the animation in this looks absolutely breathtaking. And when you watch this, it's kind of like, this is what Pinocchio should have been done. Like, when Disney just tried to do theirs this year with Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis. Like, this version, I don't know. No. Del Toro steps in here and he shows you, because this trailer shows the heart of it too, man. This shows the heart between the relationship between Pinocchio and the old man. It shows it in this trailer, so you get to see what the story is about in the trailer, James Cameron. Yeah. Well, it's by Del Toro, so Christoph Waltz is the guy who recruits him into the circus, and he's going to do a fantastic voice. But here, when he's looking at the grave, this is the heart. This is the heart of this movie, and this made me more hyped. And the voice of the Geppetto is the old man from The Strain, right? He's got a fantastic growly kind of raspy voice. Oh, he does fantastic. We'll take a look at the cast list here in just a few moments. But this trailer, it captured it. They captured what I felt like what the essence of Pinocchio should have been. And the Blue Fairy looks very Del Toro inspired. Also, look at the horns for that. It's very worm-like, from like Alice in Wonderland-ish kind of thing, right? That's phenomenal. I'll have to see who voices the fairy here. Let's go down and take a look at the cast list. Finn Wolfhard is Candlestick. Ewan McGregor is the Cricket. Kate Blanchett's Spazzatura. David Bradley's Geppetto. Yeah, he does a great voice. So that was Kate Blanchett. Tilda Swinton's the Wood Sprite. Spatura, is that the blue fairy is Spatura? Okay, so that was Kate Blanchett. Great design. You just feel the heart in this. You do, and the love that this old man, misses his son or whatever, and are they going to give him the wish? And I thought it would be dark and scary, but it's not. It's bright, and that's very not Del Toro-ish, right? which I think is good. Like the color palette in this, from the blues and the oranges. Um, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Let's see what some people have been saying here in the comments section. Actually, maybe I should refresh this. Maybe we'll do that. We'll go and refresh this and see what because I saw this early when it first came out, guys. I'm just going to refresh this and see what people have been saying about this Del Toro's Pinocchio trailer. This trailer is more emotional than the whole Disney movie version. Can't wait for the work of art. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said in the trailer, right? Now, this is the type of Pinocchio film we would love to see for sure. I'm so much more excited for this than the Disney version because they didn't get that heart, and that's weird to say because it's from Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, and you couldn't capture that. You couldn't, like, imagine if they had that backbone of like the father missing the kid, like. Yeah. And how he tries to live up to and fill that gap for him, but it's not. Like, oh, this trailer is phenomenal. This one looks so much better than the live action Disney one. I am in tears now, cannot express now how happy I am. And yeah, that's the way I was when I was watching this. That's why I had to publish that little snippet for it today, guys. Because it tugs at the old heartstrings, and Del Toro did it. He captured it for sure. Okay. Yeah. What else is like the animation is great. I've seen some of the behind the scenes stuff of them working with these models and stuff like that, animating this. The stop motion guys look like this one's gonna get an award for sure. It's got to. This is Oscar worthy material here. Ewan McGregor, Gregory Mann is the voice of Pinocchio. Tilda Swinton in limited theaters, so maybe I will be able to go and see it. PG, for sure. December 9th. I'll be checking this one out for sure. Yeah. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio's first full look. And there he's still got his strings on. So, Okay, let's see what this article says. That's it? More to come? Okay, so it's not much. This article covers a developing story. Yeah, so somebody's typing it up right now. This Brandon Klein is probably typing that up. Guys, did you go out and see that? If you did, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Even though nobody has ever, well, yeah, whatever. Sophie Turner is an actress that I like, and it looks like she's slowly starting to return to acting. She was in that Do Revenge movie. But Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner lands lead role in true crime drama Joan of Arc. So this is going to be a series on ITVX. Good to see that she's getting work because she just had like 2 kids, right? Wow. She's still young. Like, she's very young to have 2 kids. Well, that's the way they used to do it in the olden days. But good to see that she's coming back to work. She was probably one of my favorite actors on Game of Thrones. I preferred Sansa over Jon Snow to take over the... yeah, I liked it when she was in charge. And I would have preferred if Sansa got to be on the throne instead of Bran. I mean, seriously? Whatever. It's over. Anyway, the series begins with Hannington in her tweets, a disastrous marriage to a violent man. Hannington in her 20s in a disastrous marriage to a violent man. When he goes on the run, she sets her sights on a better life, and her daughter Debbie to transforming into an accomplished jewel thief. What the? Fascinating. Huh. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I like Sophie Turner. If you follow her on social media, before she started her family, she used to post all these little fun things on her Instagram. Like, she had a really interesting sense of humor. I'll be keeping my eye out for that. Yesterday, we talked about this just briefly in like the roundup as we were rounding things up. And I'll just highlight it again here. Shawn Levy in talks to direct a Star Wars film after Deadpool 3 and Stranger Things. I guess, yeah, he is going to be filming the last 2 episodes are at least the last episode of Stranger Things season 5. So we're going to be in good hands, and he's like been working with Ryan Reynolds for he's going to be working with him on Deadpool 3. They just did the Atom Project together, and they did Free Guy. So imagine if he could get Ryan Reynolds into a Star Wars movie. That's what I would like to see. But I guess the Lucasfilm didn't announce this, but it just got broke. Somebody broke it that he's working on. But there's a lot of people working on it, working on Star Wars stuff. There were other headlines that somebody was removed from a Star Wars project, and I didn't even know that was being made. But I love Star Wars. It should have ended in 1983. It's all been downhill ever since. No, it hasn't. It has not. You obviously haven't been watching Mandalorian. You obviously haven't been watching Andor. So your comment sucks. You not down with Trade Federation disputes, homeboy. And I actually really like the prequels. When are Star Wars fans going to get an R-rated movie? Well, there's more serious adult Star Wars now with Andor, and people aren't watching it. So you'll never... if that was popular and started to overseed the child stuff, then they would entertain the idea at least of giving us an R-rated one. But no, because Andor's not performing as well as people want it to, or at least that I would want it to. And if you like Andor, guys, go and tell your friends that you like it. Tell them it's must-see stuff, because this episode today was phenomenal. The jailbreak scene was absolutely wow. That's all I got to say. Boring. Every week we see a new Star Wars film we may never see. Yeah, that's the problem that I said yesterday. But Shawn Levy is the wrong choice to direct Star Wars movie for the same reasons Lord and Miller were a wrong choice. I still would have preferred to have seen the Lord and Miller solo film, no matter how weird that was. I would have preferred to have seen that version. Okay, so it's just people on both sides there kind of weighing out the pros and cons of this. It's only being developed. And as we all know, hey, with Kathleen Kennedy, nothing is set in stone. Even when you greenlight something, get the director in there and you shoot a promo for it like Patty Jenkins, and then it all falls apart. Like that thing with Patty Jenkins is so shameful and disgusting that you would do that to her. It's just let her make the movie. Don't reel in the budget if you have to. I don't understand why a Star Wars movie has to cost over $100 million. I don't. Does The Mandalorian, does Andor, did that have to cost over $100 million to make that? Like, that's all you guys concentrate on, the story, not trying to, like, you made it very clear with the sequel trilogy that Star Wars is not going to focus in on what George Lucas was trying to do with it, by pushing the boundaries of what you could see on the screen, both with visual effects and with just far out ideas. That's not what they're trying to do with Disney Star Wars. We're not going to get that, you know? Anyway, we'll have to see. Shawn Levy's going to be in directing Deadpool 3, and then Taylor Swift is going to be in Deadpool 3. What? Seriously? Well, you know how much I love Tay-Tay, right? What's this? Ryan Reynolds addresses Taylor Swift Deadpool 3 cameo. Addresses the rumors that Taylor Swift will be making a cameo appearance. Well, why not? Hey, you know what? She's been trying to get into these bigger movies like Cats and Amsterdam with big directors, big properties that should get her out there and more notoriety in the acting realm. It just hasn't worked. Those movies were bombs. But Deadpool 3 is not going to be a bomb. So if they can get her into that, why not? Be something like that. Be a cameo like the way that perhaps maybe Brad Pitt was in number 2. I'd be down for that. But let's see what Ryan Reynolds says. he addresses this. If we shoot the next Deadpool film in our house, then what would be that location? Are you kidding me? I would do anything for that woman. She's a genius. Oh my God, yes. All of us. Whole house. I'm not kidding. I love it so much. I do. Blake does. My daughters. We love it. I'm obsessed. So Ryan Reynolds is a fellow Swiftie. I didn't know, man. Hey, welcome to, yeah. It's nice to see you the part of this club that we established gentlemen are. We don't mind calling ourselves Swifties, do we? Right? Yes? No? Hey, more Tay-Tays the better for me. Cool. That's what I would like to see. And if he's definitely got more creative control over it, as I said, bring her in. I think at least it'll help the marketing in some ways, because you'll be bridging the gap of just audiences there. That would just make my hype for Deadpool 3 even that more so. Okay, guys, switch it up here. Let's talk about some TV stuff. Indiana Jones TV series. What the heck? I thought Ford was going to be done. Harrison Ford was going to be done with Indiana Jones after the next movie. But it's being eyed for Disney Plus exclusive, and this is up on Variety. Disney is actively looking to develop an Indiana Jones TV show. Okay. The Mouse House. The move to potentially develop an Indiana Jones show comes as Harrison Ford has stated he is done playing the character after the film. Yeah. Which is due out in 2023. Summer 2023, guys. In addition, Disney is currently exploring a number of options to keep the franchise going. Could mean a series, new films, other media. Reps from Lucasfilm declined. So what is this? This is just speculation? This just goes on to explain a little bit more as to what Indiana Jones is about. But I don't know. Given that is unknown, the series would serve as a prequel to our spin-off or a film franchise. Few plot details are known, but I guess somebody broke this. They're at least exploring the options. I don't see how you could do it. If he's done playing the character, I'm hoping that Indiana Jones 5 next summer is just going to be a nice send-off for him. He's old enough. The only other thing is you can go back to the Chronicles and just tell him at younger ages, or you just start it off with a new cast. I don't know how you do more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to see more. If it's he is Indiana Jones, and if he wants to wrap it up with the 5th movie and then that's it, because we know that we definitely wouldn't get Spielberg back. So yeah, they tried this series before and it just didn't hold water, right? Sorry, I got a dry mouth. I really got to try to keep my mouth dry because yesterday I finished up. My throat was so raw. But I did an hour and a half yesterday, so we're going to do it a little bit shorter today because I got to run out and take care of some stuff. Let's pull up the old site here that I haven't used in a while, Joe Blow, and we'll take a look at some various headlines that have dropped, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. John Wick will be in Ballerina. Yeah, we knew that. I don't watch Yellowstone, so yeah. Red Eye. Okay. Hellraiser Puzzle Box, now a delightful kid's toy. Okay, well, we're going to have to save that story for the Horror Weekly Roundup. Now a delightful kid's toy. I didn't think that would be a toy. I do want a Lament configuration box. Or maybe it's a different configuration that they're selling here. Let's just see if we can click on this Twitter pic and see what it looks like. Man, this is slow. Do you really want your kids playing with the Lament configuration? Seriously. And then they grow up and say, Dad, what is this thing? Well, son or daughter, If you solve it, then some Cenobites are going to come with chains and pull you to pieces in a brutal fashion and take your soul all the way down to hell. How about that? I want it though. Brain game. Just the kids. Seriously. Wow. I'm going to have to save that story. That's going to be a short for sure. Today, we'll publish that later on. David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy is getting a triple feature release on 4K. You can keep the last two. I'll watch the first one. I don't know if I want. Wednesday, Netflix unveils Addams Family show opening title sequence. Okay. James Cameron explains why the sequel is a longer runtime. We talked about that yesterday. Iron Claw post we saw yesterday. Evil Dead 2 is great. Dune Sisterhood casts Travis Fimmel from Vikings. He was also in Warcraft, right? Fascinating. The Sisterhood. Oh, Spirited is out now, so they got a review for Spirited. That's that musical, right, with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. He plays like Ebenezer Scrooge. Arnold confirms he tricked Stallone into stop or my mom will shoot. Yeah, we knew about that. That's a very classic tale. Garcia trailer show throws a cryogenically frozen spy in an action-packed political thriller. TV trailers. Huh. John Wick. Keanu Reeves returns. Indiana Jones in development. J.D. Dillard no longer developing a Star Wars movie or Rocketeer sequel for Disney. Well, that's the other person that I said who I didn't even know that he was developing something. Guess he's not developing it anymore. Rocketeer sequel, that kind of bums me out though. I want to see a sequel to that. I do. Texas Chainsaw video game reveals abilities and attributes of the killers. There's Leatherface. Dr. Death. Ian McShane comes back. David Lynch wanted Cheetos as payment for Spielberg's The Fabelmans cameo. Oh, he's going to be in The Fabelmans? Now I'm excited for this, if I wasn't already. Because I like Michelle Williams. And I like Paul Dano. I got nothing against Spielberg. But David Lynch is going to be in a cameo. Cool. He wanted Cheetos as payment. That's just the quirkiness of David Lynch there for you. I got nothing against Cheetos. Living with Chucky documentary will be streaming on Streambox. Living with Chucky. Don't know what that is. Halloween Ends digital release is next week. Isn't it already out on digital release? I thought it was out on the same time, guys, on Peacock. What the hell is going on here? Physical media will be out in December. Released as theaters and Peacock on the same day, October 14th. So yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Nicolas Cage to star in horror film directed by Osgood Perkins, Long Legs. Well, we'll have to talk about that on the Horror Weekly Roundup, too. We like Nick Cage here, and we like horror. So what the heck is this about? All right, so it looks like it's a rather lengthy article. I'll have to pull that apart, but we'll talk about that on the Horror Weekly Roundup. Shawn Levy, Star Wars, yeah, Troll Taylor trailer. Crooked Man we'll talk about. We saw that the other day too, that there's no Crooked Man movie coming in the works. That's kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping for something like that. Okay. 1240. Let's take a look at the old Twitterverse and we'll start to round out the show. Maybe I will jam today. I'll play some guitar for you guys later on afterwards today too. Why not? It's November 9th, 2022. I'm just going online here to make sure that I didn't miss anything. See if I missed any big headlines here. It doesn't look like I did. Yeah. Let's go on and see what's out there in the old Twitterverse. Oh, Taylor Russell. Okay. She's going to be in that with Timothée Chalamet, right? Bones and all. Anya Taylor-Joy for the menu. I'm looking forward to this. Like, this is not even airbrushed, probably, right? Look how fun. Jesus. Like, she takes very photogenic. Camera loves her. Wow. Anya Taylor-Joy. And, yeah, I like the outfit. I do. A new trailer for I Want to Dance with Somebody. Oh, yeah, that dropped today, too, with that kind of biopic about Whitney Houston. I hope that it's going to be good. Naomi Aki. Yeah. Rings of Power. Morveth Clark covers the latest issue of Behind the Blinds. Rising issue. Okay, well, she was awesome in Rings of Power. Morveth Clark. She played Galadriel. One of my favorite characters. Because I liked what she was doing in that role. Sophie Turner is going to be starring Joan. Okay, so she's got another one. Joan Harrington for ITV. Okay, so that's what that is. Good for her. Good to see her back. Welcome back. Okay, what's all this about? Paramount Plus series, The Doll Factory. Taylor Russell and Timothée Chalamet. Technique Art. Yeah, but this Bones and All thing, it hasn't been playing around here. When it comes, I do want to check it out because I'm curious about this dynamic of these two actors. The Crown Season 5 is now streaming on Netflix. Taylor Russell. THR's Best Actor Leading Role predictions. Brendan Fraser for The Whale. I think that's going to happen. Austin Butler as Elvis? Maybe. Colin Farrell's Banshees of Inisherin. I'm seeing that hopefully soon, guys. I was going to go see it yesterday, but I just got caught up in everything, and I don't know. When I do, I'll see it. I got to prioritize it. That's what I got to do. Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick. That's a long shot. I don't know if that's going to happen. Gabriel LaBelle in The Fabelmans. Really? Over Paul Dano? I don't even know who. Oh, I don't know. Okay. All right. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh for The Fabelmans. I think that one. Sorry, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans is going to be in there. But Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I still need to see, for crying out loud, James. I'm behind on so many things here. It's shameful. The Imperfects has been canceled at Netflix after one season. Well, isn't that a surprise? The Imperfects canceled. They cancel lots of stuff, guys. I really wanted to see more Archive 81. THR predicts that Brian Tyree Henry will receive an Oscar nomination for Causeway with Jennifer Lawrence. That's cool. That'll be really big. That'll boost his career lots then. Not that it's already happening. It already is, because he had Bullet Train, he was a real standout in Bullet Train. And then he's going to be in this piece here with Jennifer Lawrence. Fabian Frankel and Matt Smith have been submitted for Best Supporting Actor category at the Emmys. No, not Sir Kristen. All he did was get angry, and you hated him, but he didn't do anything that made you go, ooh. Matt Smith did, because you kind of went on a roller coaster with him, right? I like him. No, I hate him. You like him. Ooh, I can't believe he did that. And then you like him again. So it's kind of like, yeah, he did it. Being able to portray that, I can understand. And of course, Emma Darcy, Best Actress, even though she's non-binary, they are non-binary and they don't identify as a man or a woman. So under Best Actress, I don't know if she would buy that. Olivia Cook and Millie Alcock. Cool. Yeah, they were good. These two were awesome. Millie Alcock really stood out. Keanu Reeves, back as John Wick. Yeah, we know that. Wednesday opening sequence. I'm not going to try to get a claim for that, but okay. Anya Taylor-Joy, Ray Fiennes. I'm really looking forward to this. And it's going to be a long time before wrinkles show up on her face. She's not going to get the bags under her eyes. Look like she's not. Like she'll get the smile lines, but it's going to be a long time before she actually starts to, like, she's going to age gracefully. Wow. Lindsay Lohan on The Parent Trap 25. Yeah, she's out promoting that Christmas movie that she's going to be in, right? That Christmas rom-com. And it's good to see that she's back. You know, she triumphed over some addiction issues, some mental health issues, and she looks like she's managed to put it all back together. And I'm happy for that. Wait, what's this? The Colts fired their manager and hired Jeff Saturday as interim coach. Huh. I'll let you take a look at that because I do follow sports here, guys. Every Sunday I watch my Buffalo Bills. Cool. Edgar Ramirez on Dr. Death Season 2. That almost looks like it's in charcoal. That's a good photo. Yeah, look at all the detail. If somebody did this in charcoal, that would be a challenge. I'm going to save that image because I like drawing, so that would be tough to do. That's cool. That's a good pick. Janelle Monáe. All right, it doesn't look like there's too much more here going on. Elliot Page. It's hard to believe that he started out on Trailer Park Boys. Yeah. It's a show in Canada. It's a lower budget thing, but it was good for like the first 3 seasons, and then it kind of started to lose its charm a little bit when you realized that it's not like it wasn't a one note gag, but it was like, yeah, they were playing into that lower class trailer park life, and it was kind of like was starting to recycle some of the same ideas. And I think he was only in it for like a couple of episodes anyway. But I like Trailer Park Boys. It just kind of ran out of gas. But those guys are still working, so that's good. Anyway, Andrew Garfield. Okay. Jodie Turner-Smith. Olivia Wilde. What is this? What is this? Logan Lerman. For W Magazine. Okay. Kate Blanchett. I want to watch that performance too from Tar. I do. And that's where we ended up yesterday. Okay, so that's pretty much the movie news show today, guys. I don't think that there's really anything much more out there. There was one big thing here that I wanted to check out, but I don't think it's that much. It's just speculation. Of course, you want to pollute my computer with ads. Anyway, WB reporting eyeing the Flash director Andy Muschietti to direct Justice League 2. Yeah. And that's what if that happens, that's cool, because you heard that the Flash movie from Andy Muschietti, who did the It movies, you hear that the Flash is really good. And it's good that he's not going to suffer the fallout from whatever happens with Ezra Miller. But if he was brought on board for a Justice League 2, that's cool. Because then that means that he's got good relations with the group over there. And you heard that Jason Momoa also had, the other day too, that he's got a secret thing that he's happy about over there. I think there's going to be more Justice League, and I hope to God they hopefully announce soon that Ben Affleck's coming back as Batman too. That's what I want, and I would love to see that Batman spin-off. Well, not his spin-off, but like his own movie against Deathstroke. That's what I want to see. But yeah, and that would pretty much solidify the fact that the Snyderverse is dead, guys. I know fans out there want to think that this is some kind of a win. I know Man of Steel fans out there think that it's a win that he's coming back, but I don't think it's going to be called that, guys. I don't think it's going to be called anything like that. They're going to really make sure that people understand that there's a distinction there, where they're going forward now with it than where it was. We'll have to see. But I know that they don't want to step on the fans' feet or anything with that too. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I've seen that was a headline because we're movie fans, right? I'm not going to, like, if more stuff comes out about it, then we'll definitely talk about it. And it's a 24-hour news cycle. So by all means, if something comes up, then we will talk about it. All right, guys, I thought I would just run out the day here. Not use the voice too much today because we already did a full reaction to Andor, which is really good, guys. That it was a great jailbreak episode. That song goes. I need to figure out, but I do like that. I was listening to Soundgarden. Yeah, and I think I actually prefer the demo version of "Let Me Drown" over the album version because I think they played it in a lower key or maybe like a step down in the demo version, and I just like how raw it sounded. Yeah. I didn't realize how much Soundgarden played in Drop D. They actually played quite a bit. Spoon Man. Yeah, that was Drop D too, right? I always seem to get the timing for that song wrong, though. Spoon Man. Yeah, I kind of the timing for it because it's a weird strumming to it too. Yeah, something like that. But that's pretty much the gist of that song. Oh, and then of course there's like Black Hole Sun that's in Drop D as well, right? It's hard to play for me because they do it on the 8th. They go up to the yeah, so it just repeats over and over again. So I know you're supposed to. I really need to start training myself to use the pinky. Whoops, sorry about that. Because that's the way he plays it. He plays it with the pinky. I need to start developing the strength in this part of my hand to start playing the pinky. Because I'm slowly also starting to try to play my power chords like Hetfield, which I don't like to do. It just feels awkward. But yeah. That's it. And then he sings it in my eyes, indisposed. I don't know the words, but you can figure it out. Then it goes, black hole sun, won't you come, wash away the rains, something like that. Yeah, maybe on the electric it would be a little bit easier, but I think that's, I don't have it in drop D. I got it in. Yeah, it would be easier to play it. The neck on the acoustic is a little bit. Mine's a little bit wider, maybe. Yes. No, I don't know. Not that much. It shouldn't be different, but it is. Let's see if I'll tune that up. Standard tuning. Yeah, that sounds weird on an acoustic. I missed it. I don't want to stretch it too far here on the acoustic, but he plays it like that. You guys know what that is. How does the verse go to that? Hey, now my love. I used to know how to play that song really well. I haven't done those hammer-ons. Of course, he palm mutes it there for a lot. There's a lot of palm muting, and a lot of downstrokes only. Song would tell me if I'm in tune or not. It sounds like it's a little bit standard, so it's kind of like, because I haven't written in standard in a while. Sure, all the same rules apply. See if I can play the Enter Sandman like the way he plays it. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have the muscle strength. Yeah, because he holds it with his pinky, and then because he wanted to have this D string ring out when he plays the G, because he wanted to make sure that he had this finger on it. But if you're holding your finger on that, then you can't do this part. You have to do it with these two fingers, and you got to train your fingers to do that right. And hold here with that. For me, it's just not a natural feeling. Feels like my hand doesn't work like that. I prefer to just play like this. Yeah, and I heard that he even tried playing it like this, but the way when they were recording it, he didn't like just the open string ringing all the time like that. He preferred it played like that, just because of the difference in tone, right? And then there's no, yeah, this way it goes. So that goes. That's like the pre-chorus, right? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But I figured. Always use this. I don't know the words to this one either. How's it go? Vacuum kiss, 'cause I like you. Yeah. What's kind of interesting is that I think he did know somewhat about the notes that he was playing, but I don't think he knew a lot about music theory. Because you hear things like Kurt would just make up, he would call it like his own kind of chords, but you can hear if something doesn't sound good or not, right? Like, let's see if I hit like Drain You out of a different, it just sounds different, right? it follows rules like things in the scales. If you break one of those rules, it sounds weird. Well, sort of. It's supposed to, All right, I think that's enough of standard tuning. Cool way to end it out. Why not use a bar chord at the end? No. That's something else that I don't like doing, but I'm slowly starting to try to get doing into bar chord. Still sounds sloppy though. I'll get there someday. All right. That's pretty much the show for today, guys. If you like what you've seen, hit that thumbs up button. I'll publish a few more shorts here today, and then that'll be it for today. Looking forward to watching Andor now. Had an airport run to do. Keen to catch your reactions. Oh, it was a cool episode. It was a lot of fun. I really liked the jailbreak. It was phenomenal. And what's going to happen with Andy Serkis's character? Indeed. Enjoy that. And I'll see you next time, guys, on Mirror Domains for more trending news, movie news headlines.